Christ in me sees the Christ in you. Everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. To know love is to be love, and I know love will stay alive. If the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. If my friend feels sad or broken, every time that my heart opens, love makes its way into the world. When the Christ in me sees the Christ in you, everyone's a chosen one, the many and the few. All together now it takes two. The Christ in me and the Christ in you. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things through Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength. I can do all things. Sees the Christ who is my strength.
Namaste. And welcome to the Life Enrichment Center live streaming service on this beautiful fall feeling morning. And we are so happy that you are here and we are here and we're doing what we're doing and you're sharing in what we're doing, and whew, we could just sit here and smile. So I invite us all to just join together in a opening and centering prayer, a healing prayer. Just close your eyes and just become aware of how you're breathing. And allow that breathing to be deep and slow, and just focus on its depth. Focus on the slowness of your breath. And notice that your thoughts begin to slow down too. And as they do, it is so much easier to be aware of this moment. This now moment where the physical meets the non-physical, where what is meets with what's coming next. And it is into this holy space that we speak our prayer this morning. And so we speak it for all of those who have been calling for healing within their own bodies, for healing for their family and friends, for healing of this planet, for that physical well-being and vitality that belong to us, because they are part of who we are. They flow naturally within us, and so we call forth that awareness. We open to that great flow of health and wholeness, that feeling of well-being right here and now for ourselves and for our planet. And because this is a moment where all things are possible, anything can happen next, we speak our prayer for peace. Because we know that peace is natural to us, that it's natural to our planet. And so we speak our prayer for peace now, for the peace that's coming next, for the guidance within every mind, to speak words of peace, to take actions only of peace, to join in the oneness of peace that we are together. We claim peace here and now for our planet and for every living being. And we are so grateful to know that our prayer is answered in the moment it is spoken, and that we receive it according to our openness to the answer. And we open now to that answer. We say yes within ourselves. And so we know that we stand in answered prayer here and now. And so it is. Amen. All right. Well, we have an opening affirmative statement. This will be the last Sunday for this one, so say it with great feeling and just repeat after me. I am playful in my life.
I am playful in my life.
I'm having fun being me.
I'm having fun being me.
I am easy on myself and others. And look for joy in all my relationships. All right, that's a good one. You can keep saying it even after this Sunday. Okay, well, we have a few announcements. This is our final Sunday for our August focus on the power of play, and CDs of today's talk, Ollie, Oxen free, will be available upon request for $3 and up on our website, along with the video of the full service and a synopsis tomorrow at lecflint.com. Okay, Reverend Kim's class, Creating Sacred Space, is coming up. So if you haven't signed up, the cost is $60. You can sign up via the contribution button on our website, lecflint.com. It's going to be the 4 Thursdays in September from 6:30 to 8:30. And if you'd like more information before you sign up, you can go to our Facebook page, Life Enrichment Center, and there's information there. And this week there'll be an email. If we have your email address, we'll be sending out an e-announcement with more details. So you can see how fun it's going to be and how valuable it's going to be. to all of us who especially are staying at home, or home is our sanctuary and our retreat. It's good to have everything feeling like it flows for us. So check it out and sign up. Okay. Now, I know if you're like me, when you're inspired to say something, you just say it. And I think I mentioned a couple of months ago that wearing a mask really inhibits that urge and that inspiration. And so I thought about it and I thought, well, what is the one thing that I would say wearing a mask? And when it came to me, I contacted my friend, Willeen Dunn, who is also a great friend and supporter of LEC. She has a company called Phonetics World. And I contacted her and I asked her, she prints t-shirts and masks. And so I asked her to print this for me. This too shall pass. And I'm going to feel good wearing my mask just so I can say, this too shall pass. And if you are interested in getting a mask that'll say what you want to say while you're wearing it, then you can go to Phonetics World. It's PHONETICS world.com, and you can place an order. And they'll send it to you in actually a recyclable bag. I was very impressed. So anyway, this too will pass. It will. Okay, if you're new to LEC this morning, then you may hear a few concepts that you haven't heard before, but I think there'll be concepts you've been wanting to hear from someone, and you'll hear them here because they're all uplifting and positive, and they will change your life if you practice them. And that's what we're all about here. It's not just about the words, it's about the practice. And so we invite you to just keep coming and practice what you hear, and you'll discover the power in your life that that practice will bring. Okay. Well, before my talk, we're going to hear Gary Lynn Floyd one more time for this wonderful song that goes so perfectly with the power of play, and it's called Unbound.
Open your mind, unfold your heart, relax your senses, feel every part. You ain't got a thing to fear, looks like love that's growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound. Unbound. Breathe every breath, release your cringe. Love without waiting, without waiting, slowly unhinge. You ain't got a thing to fear, looks like love that's growing here. So take your guard and let it down, go deeper still until you come unwound. Stop waiting for love to find you. Look inside your heart. Love's already who you are. Already who you are. So lift up your voice. Lift it up now, now. Let it be heard. Let it be heard. And tell me your story. Tell it to me. And don't leave out a word. Not a word, no. 'Cause I think I have been there too. I'm a seeker just like you. And you ain't got a thing to fear. Looks like love is growing here. So take your guard and let it down. Go deeper still until you come unwound.
Well, I guess you could say that this whole month has really been about us becoming unbound, open, and living fully and not cringing at everything, just allowing that life that we are to flow through us. And so we're here at the end of our August focus on the power of play, and even though it was a 5-Sunday month, doesn't it feel like it flew by just the same? It does, huh? Yeah. And if we haven't yet discovered the power of living in lightness and joy, if we're not yet feeling that energy and vitality that lives in us and connects us with a high vibration that keeps us clear in our mind and healthy and energetic in our body, if we haven't yet proven to ourselves, for ourselves, that we have a spiritually carefree nature that allows us to unwind and cut loose anytime we choose, then one thing these challenging times in the world today may be proving to us is that time flies whether we're having fun or not. It's been said that time flies so fast that it seems like it was just yesterday. But I trust by now we are feeling a little more spunky, a little more playful in our life, that we're having more fun, even if we're playing by ourselves. And that we've begun to realize, or at least to consider more often, that our carrying the weight of the world on our shoulders, that worrying about all those things that seem to need to be fixed in this world and agonizing over how we can help to fix them isn't the creative energy that will bring about a world we enjoy living in. Worry and anxiety pinch us off from the pure positive energy that is flowing to us at all times. It causes us to feel exhausted physically and mentally and emotionally. And often we don't just feel tired, we feel sick and tired. But as Abraham Hicks said, all is well. You did not come here in this physical world to fix a broken world. The world is not broken. You came here to live a wonderful life. But often we feel like we shouldn't live a wonderful life if someone else isn't living a wonderful life too. I mean, most of us were taught that worry equates with love. That our human sense of love often carries with it more stress than pleasure, more concern about loss than the joy of its presence. I mean, if we love someone or something, we should show it through the intensity of our concern about their health and their safety and well-being. Worry seems a natural part of love. But all worry does is put anything, ourselves, another, our country, and the world in a place of vulnerability in our mind, where the power of our creative imagination will do more harm than good. It's not only exhausting and unnecessary for us to focus on trying to fix all that seems to need fixing in this world, when only unconditional love will fix everything. The burden on our heart, when we worry so much and stress so much, when we focus so frequently on the worldwide bad news that is available 24/7, prevents us from experiencing the lightness of being and the clarity of mind that can see more than the obvious. And it prevents us from feeling the peace and joy that trusting in love's presence can bring. It's been said, whatever the question, love is the answer. It's only as we take a stand for unconditional love, rather than a stand against the apparent absence of love. It's only as we trust in the nature of life to take care of all life that our inner sense of well-being will lift us high enough to get a better view of what's true. And that view is the only thing that will help us to be helpful to the world we love. If it seems like this human experience is a lot like being in a small boat on a storm-tossed sea, and we're getting tired of feeling seasick as we struggle to stay afloat, and we seem to be running out of life rafts to toss out to others to keep them from going under, it's time for us to say within ourselves, as Jesus said when his disciples asked him to calm the winds and the waves, peace. Be still. As we quiet the concerns and conflicts in our mind, as we release our fear of what is and our worry about what's coming next, that we're more able to, as Eckhart Tolle said, meet everyone and everything through stillness instead of the mental noise in our mind. If we want to live a happy life in a happy world, then we need to lift our view from seeing ourselves and others and the world as vulnerable and powerless. Not worrying about the world isn't not loving the world. It's loving the world too much to worry. It's not only helpful, it's powerful for us to recognize that the world isn't helpless or broken. When we do, we become an open conduit through which love can enter the world and restore it to its natural state of peace and happiness and harmony right before our eyes. Our planet is strong and powerful right now because it's God's creation. It's spinning at this very moment in a universe that is filled with grace and moves with flawless precision. And despite appearances and mistaken beliefs and mistaken identities, every living being that peoples this planet, without exception, is embraced by that same grace. Everyone, no matter who, no matter where, no matter what, is strong and powerful as well. Because all life is one with God's one creation. No one is left out. No one is left behind. Everyone is included in the one creation of love. I read just this morning, what if I told you that the left wing and the right wing belong to the same bird? That about says it. We remain one spiritual creation even while we're having this human experience where we only appear to be different birds. Some of us very strange birds. If we'd be willing, just willing, to stop fighting against what we don't like, whether we fight against it in our mind or with our words and actions, and we'd be willing to let love flow through us to everyone, no matter who, no matter what, we'd see that this grace-filled universe knows exactly what to do to bring about every good thing without our pointing out where it needs to put it. In its love for us, in its support for us. The universe doesn't change its nature. It doesn't get mad along with us or sad along with us. It doesn't punish those we point at or even heal those we pray for just because we say it's the right thing to do. It simply remains the pure, positive energy of love that we can open up to if we choose to. And if we do, it will present to us right before our eyes all we've asked for in beautiful and unexpected ways. It's flowing to everyone at all times. We dishonor anyone that we see as powerless and vulnerable. It's the nature of the universe to support us every moment with energy that causes us to think positive thoughts about ourselves and others and the world, and to feel happy as we think them. If we're choosing not to think positive thoughts most of the time, and we're sharing our negative thoughts with others, if we're not happy about the thoughts we're thinking a lot of the time, and we're sharing our unhappiness with those around us, how do we think the miracles that we are asking for will come about? They have to come through me and you to get here in this three-dimensional world, to manifest through us. It's only as we decide to hold the high watch of love, of well-being for all beings, rather than being distracted by the seductive drama of bad news, that we are able to live more often, inspired by, revitalized by, and uplifted by the steady stream of pure, positive energy available to all of us at all times. It's not selfish or uncaring for us to choose to be happy. It's helpful to the world. It's been said the greatest gift that you can give to another is your own happiness. Abraham Hicks says to hold someone as your object of attention while you're connected to source energy is the greatest gift that anyone could give. When you're not happy, you don't have anything to give. Happiness is a high calling from the Spirit within us to live this gift of life fully. If misery were natural to us, we wouldn't feel so bad when we were miserable. You'll think about that, but I'll go on. But we do. And it's a good thing, because it's an indication that misery is just a habit and that joy and happiness are natural to us. If we were to love ourselves for not enjoying our misery, that love would uplift us and raise our spiritual vibration, and better feeling thoughts would naturally arise in us. And there's far more good to see from that holy vista, and far more good we can do from there than all the worry in the world. Pure positive energy, love itself, is flowing to our world at all times. But it's up to each of us individually to open our floodgate so it can flow into the world through us. And we may wonder sometimes how that's even possible with all that we see. How can we love ourselves and others when there appears to be so many words and actions in this world that are hateful and unforgivable? But without forgiveness today, we're unable to love a tomorrow of joy into manifestation in this world. Now, we've been considering this question all month. What if we chose? What if we purposely chose to come into this world in these physical forms where we appear to be separate from each other and so very different from each other. To become aware that we are love and nothing else. What if we've just forgotten that we're playing a game of love and that it's supposed to be fun and it's supposed to bring us joy? There's a story that the beautiful spiritual teacher Alan Watts used to tell children. He'd say, life is more like a game of hide and seek. Pure love, the power of creation, is hidden at the center of our being, waiting to be found by us, so that we can finally accept our birthright and be who we are. Now, when God plays hide and pretends he's you and me, he does it so well. It takes him a long time to remember where and how he hid himself. But that's the whole fun of it. It's just what he wanted to do. That's why it's so difficult for you and me to find out we're God, hiding from ourselves for the fun of finding ourselves in each other. He said, when the game has gone on long enough, all of us will wake up and stop pretending and remember we are all one single self. The God who's all there is and who lives forever and ever through us. In the way of knowing we read, there can only be God. You are God's creation. You are God temporarily hiding in the illusion of separation. When you finally choose to awaken wholly, by welcoming love back into your mind and by becoming committed to resting only in loving thoughts, you will discover that illusions are just that. They contain no reality. They do not exist. A separation between us is just an illusion of us. It's not real. Sometimes it seems no matter how hard we look, we can't find the beautiful self we've been hiding. But we can't find the Christ in one another until we find the Christ in ourselves. We can't give a holy namaste if the Christ in us is still hidden away. Without that self-discovery, we won't see the beautiful self in others because they've found a good hiding place too. Now, if you've played hide and seek when you were a kid, then you know that when the game is over, and don't you think it's time for the game to be over? But you know when the game is over and there are those who haven't been found in their hiding places? The one who's looking shouts, "Ollie, Ollie, Oxen, free," which means you can come out of your hiding place without penalty. The game's over. The way of transformation tells us you are the soul, waiting to be touched by grace. You are the separate one, hiding in the darkness, trembling, and yet wanting light to find you. It's only as we decide to stop hiding and pretending that we are not loved that we can feel grace touch us and see the light within us that allows us to be love and enjoy offering love no matter what. We can say within ourselves to all the parts of ourselves, wherever they may be, Ollie, Ollie, Oxen, free. We are all free to come out of our hiding place without penalty. Let us be crazy enough or appear unhinged enough in the eyes of this world to let the God in us find the God in everyone, beginning with ourselves. The way of transformation tells us in this moment, I choose now to remember that I am the one who has both sought and found. I am the one who has remained perfectly unchanged and whole forever. Let us choose to be the very one we want to see in everyone, so that this world in which we live can be revealed to us at last as the unchanged, beautiful, radiant creation of love it is. Namaste. All right. Okay. Well, that's my talk. That's the end of the power. Next month will be the power of peace. So stay tuned. All right. Well, this is the time of our service when we acknowledge that we are feeling gratitude already, where we say thank you because that's an expression of our gratitude. And we're so grateful for it all, grateful for this gift of live streaming, grateful for it, grateful for the opportunities to see beyond the obvious to the holy. We've never on this planet been given such a beautiful opportunity. And we are grateful for that. And are we grateful just to be who we are? Yeah, I think so. And I know that you are grateful for the Life Enrichment Center, that it's a place where you can tune to right now and come to eventually, where the Christ in you will be seen, where we can all say namaste because we won't allow the Christ in us to be hidden away. It's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place to be even live streaming. There's no way that we could ever be separate from the one life we share, and every week we get to prove that. And I'm sure in your own life you are proving that every day, feeling your connection with others. So if you'd like to support LEC and you don't know how, because you're new this morning or because you went to get a cup of coffee while I said it after my talk each week, but let me just say that you can contribute to LEC by going to our Facebook page, Life Enrichment Center, and hitting the donate button. You can go to our website, lecflint.com, and hit the contribute button. You can pay through PayPal. It's your pal. It's our pal too. You can send in a check. And as always, you can text. Is that popular, this texting? Ooh, almost dropped it. All right. Well, yeah, so we're going to go into our gratitude song, which is called Grateful. And then after that, we'll say a gratitude prayer together and our closing affirmations. So just get into these words if you haven't before, and if you have, then you're going to get into them again because they're just fantastic. Grateful by Nemo Patel and Daniel Namad.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss. The gift to realize that everything
All
is a
that
gift.
I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it
You're the
all.
blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all,
Every day I sit and pray cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan, but there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
And everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
We are so grateful that we are remembering, that we are reuniting with the one life that we share together. We are so grateful that when we look with the beautiful awareness within us, we see that. We see that life, that onlyness, that God of our being in everyone. We are grateful that we can do this and that we can enjoy this discovery, this game of discovery, this game of love that we're playing. It is as we feel gratitude for each other, for everyone, for everything that's said to us and about us that causes us to choose love instead, allows us to know that we are that love, and it causes us to enjoy offering that love. And that's what we give to each other. Everything is a gift. Everything is a gift. And so we are grateful to know that. We are grateful for the Life Enrichment Center that gives us an opportunity to focus on the love that we are. We are grateful for this amazing, amazing life that is ours to live and ours to share, and all the moments of this earth life that we have to share it with each other. It doesn't get any better than the moment we're in. And so we're grateful for this moment right here and right now. And feeling so grateful for it all. Let us say our statement of abundance together. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. Okay, well, we have a closing affirmation, and it goes like this. I love the world I see because the light of Christ shines in me. Ready? I love the world I see because the light of Christ shines in me. Again, I love the world I see because the light of Christ shines in me. One more time. If we've done it 3 times, then we're doing it 4 times. Here we go. I love the world I see because the light of Christ shines in me. Woo! Amen. All right, so we're going to sign out with the peace song, and we're going to say, I love you, and know you love us, and thank you, Stream Team, for your energy, your expertise, and all that. It's just been a glorious, wonderful experience together. All right, I'm done.
Peace